Hi, we're talking to Iliyana Stareva, who is the author of this fab new book called Inbound PR. And we just wanted to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Just
Bob.
tell us a little bit about the background to the book. Why?
Sure.
And where did it come from?
Absolutely. So I come from a PR background. I spent about 3 years working in PR in various PR agencies across Germany and the UK before I joined HubSpot about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And when I joined HubSpot, I started consulting marketing, web, content, PR agencies who made the transition into inbound marketing. And that was very interesting because I started to master the whole discipline of inbound marketing on the other side, now consulting agencies rather than working in an agency.
Right.
And I saw a link between the two disciplines, between more of the traditional PR that we can still see today and the things that inbound marketing was doing. And so that was about almost 4 years ago when I started blogging about the topic. People started getting interested, and after about 2 years of a lot of content creation on my blog and public speaking, there was sort of like a need. People were asking for something more, and that's how the book was
And the
born
book itself came about. Can you tell us just a little summary of about the book and about the concept?
Sure. So the book really focuses on how PR people really great at content and storytelling. I think we'll all agree to that. You come from a PR background yourself, so I'm sure you say that too. However, what PR has been struggling with very much since its existence has been measurements. And then if we look at email marketing, what email marketing does really well is starting with those numbers in mind first and really thinking strategically. And once you have those big goals, then you can start planning your tactics around the email methodology, attract, convert, close, and delight. Now that's slightly changing.
Yes.
What you really think about, what are the outputs, like what are the outcomes that I'm hoping to achieve? What's the ROI? And that's really the key conversation that the book is trying to sparkle and then achieve, and just show PR people how they can be thinking with the numbers in mind first, and then applying those content and storytelling skills to achieve those higher level goals. And then in addition to that, the book talks obviously a lot about the practice of inbound PR and how you can do inbound PR and run inbound PR campaigns. But then it also talks a lot about actually as an agency, what are some of the type of services that you can introduce and sell to your clients? How can you package them? How can you develop the capabilities within your team to actually deliver them? So it's a full round manual for any more of a traditional PR agency that's ready to make the jump and be fit for their digital reality.
And I think, would you say that it's also a good read for somebody who is trying to introduce PR into their own organization?
100%. It works just as well for an internal marketer or internal PR professional who simply wants to keep up with what's happening out there in the digital world and all the new skills that they need really to do a better job and just prove that ROI. Definitely. It's I call inbound PR a mindset change, really like seeing PR in a very different light and then also acting upon it. So it's really changing your thinking and then also your doing.
It's great. That's really good. Thank you very much for explaining it. I think it's a cracking book, and I commend it to you. Please take the time to take a look. And there's a link over here which will help you to find the book if you wanted to buy a copy. Thanks very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure.